All right, so let's continue on. That's me. That's Justin Jensen. I'm your client success manager here at Educational Networks, and my whole goal is to help you utilize your website. So I do frequent webinars on specific demos on, like for today's example, the collect donations. I do forums. We talk about how to build out teacher pages. So there's a whole calendar that I will share with you at the end of this webinar. But just so you know, that's who I am, and I can help you do one-on-one sessions, and that's part of your services. Also, part of your services is unlimited tech support. So not only do you get unlimited trainings, but you also get unlimited tech support. You can see our hours of operation and the phone number right there. All right, so let's continue here. And let's talk about donations. Let me just move some screens around, okay? And what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on the donation. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm first going to show you the product demonstration first. So I'll show you how it works, and then I'll show you how to set it up. Some of you may already have this module set up and you just want to learn more about it, and others may want to add this to your website. So first going to show how it works and what some of the benefits are, and then we'll cover how to set that up towards the end here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and on our website here, the Green Tech webinar site, our donation page or the link to it is right here where it says make a donation. Okay, so I'm going to click this right here, and I'm also going to zoom in just a little bit. And on our donations page, we have a simple description right here at the top that is front and center, and really it tells the reader about how the donations work and what the impact has. Now, one of the reasons for having donations is, well, obviously money, right? But more importantly, and on a more serious note, a lot of schools rely on donations. In fact, your school might rely on donations as well. So donations is a big part of building schools out, getting new equipment, maybe a new classroom or a gym or a football field. So there's a lot of uses for the donations, and one of the problems that a lot of schools have is having a process that doesn't make it easy. And so that's what our donation module does, is it helps make collecting donations pretty easy. And so here we have a quick description that lets the reader or the potential donor know what the impact has, right? So when we donate money, we like to know where our impact is going. So right here, have a nice description so that somebody knows where their contribution is going and how it helps. Okay, and then below here, there's two great ways for folks to donate. You can have registered users, which I'll cover in a second, and then you can also have the quick donate feature too. Okay, and there's a couple big differences on both of them, and so I'm just going to show you the quick donate feature, and then we'll move over to the registered users. Okay, so over here, I'm going to click quick donate. And so if I'm a donor and I just want to quickly donate, I'll have the option of going to this page here, and I simply just fill out my information, and then I can look below at the different funds that Green Tech has. Right? So for example, we have a scholarship fund that helps students in need for their tuition costs. We have a campaign fund which will go towards helping build out the school. Okay, and then we also have an athletic fund because we're a big school, and we need new equipment. So it tells a little bit about where that money goes as well. And if I'm a donor, I can do a couple things. I can donate maybe $10 here. Okay, and if this one's a big important one for me, I can do, $50 here. And then if sports is something I'd like to contribute, I can also do, say, $20 here. And the nice feature about Quick Donate is that it's a one-time process, and it's like ordering online. So somebody can just fill in their information. They can quickly put in what amounts they want to contribute towards and for which campaigns. And then they simply fill in their credit card information right here. And then when they hit next, they'll go to an order confirmation screen, okay? And it'll ask them to confirm their donation, and then they hit submit, and then boom, it runs through the credit card processor, okay? So that's Quick Donate. It's a fast, easy way to collect one-time donations. So I'm going to go back, and now we're going to take a look at registered users, okay? And there's I said there's a couple big differences, and here's the big one, okay? And we'll see if you can notice here before I point it out. All right, so it looks very similar to the Quick Donate, but there's one big difference, okay? Is here we can still see what the fund is and where the campaign dollars or the donation dollars will go to, but if you notice here, we have the option for registered users to make a reoccurring donation, okay? Reoccurring donation. They could do it from every month or every year, and they can set an end time, okay? So why is this important? Well, if you think about donations, or anytime that you've made a donation, right? The reason why a reoccurring donation is important is because it takes the ease off the donor, right? So if I want to donate every month, traditionally I'd have to put it on my calendar, and then I'd have to remind myself, and then I'd have to pull out the credit card or write a check, right? Well, when you do these online, it's really easy because this sets up automatically that it will draw every month, okay? And that, as a donor, would make me feel good because I know that it's a small amount in this case. It comes out automatically every single month, and so I can feel good about my donations without having to think about when I need to do it, how should I pay for it, etc. So this takes a lot of the this makes it a lot easier for the donor to contribute to not only just one campaign, but they could do multiple campaigns if they wanted to, right? And they can put more in here. I'm just choosing $10, but they can certainly put in more, and they can do reoccurring donations here for multiple funds. Okay, so that's the big difference in between a quick donation and a registered user. A registered user is allowed to do reoccurring donations, which can really help out your school, because if you make it easier for the donors, then they don't really have to think about when to donate, which can be a big stop, a big block, if you will, for collecting donations. So again, this makes it really easy. They simply just put in their preferred method of payment, put their billing info, and then on the next page here, they will be asked to confirm. They confirm it, and then the system will automatically set up the reoccurring payments, okay? So the other difference, too, is as a registered user, I can look at my receipts, right? Why are receipts important? Well, it's important for Uncle Sam, right? So your donors can also write off their donations here, and they can keep track of them right here in our system automatically. So those are the big differences between them, okay? So that's, if you have any questions on that, let me know, but that's what it looks like as a donor, okay? Now, I'm going to transition over to the back end of the site so you as a user can see how the system tracks donations. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to log into my admin screen here. Oops. Okay, and I put in my username and password. I log in, and I'm going to go all the way down here to the bottom where it says donations. Okay, so I click donations, and here, now here's the difference. We already have our setup, right? So if yours isn't set up, it will say something different. I'll address that here towards the end. But here, we have ours set up, okay? And we can run detailed reports right here. So we can do month-to-month reports, we can do 3-month reports, we can do 6-month reports, and we can see what our totals are, what we're netting, what the averages is, and so on and so forth. We can even export our reoccurring donors list and have that as an Excel file. So if we need to send them a special email or thank them in some sort of way, we have their contact info right then and there. Okay. You can also search by first and last name or credit card numbers. So this might be helpful in the cases of if you get a phone call and they ask why their card got charged because maybe they forgot they were a reoccurring donor. You can search by first or last name, credit card number, and you'd be able to find that transaction, that specific transaction in the system. Okay. Here you can change your introduction. Right, so you can rewrite your introduction as many times as you'd like. It's simple, it's easy to do. We just go to edit right here, and you can see that you can simply type in your introduction here, or you can copy and paste it if you already have it written out. You can even put a link right here, so I'll show you what that looks like on the donations page here. Okay, so you can see that's where the text goes, right? From right here to right over here. Here's a link if you if it helps. In this case, this just goes to a Wikipedia link, but it might be helpful to have that link maybe go to a special page dedicated to how the donations or the reoccurring donations impact the community. So it might help out there. You can even put in an image right here. So it says donate.jpg, right? So that image shows up right here. So you can modify your donations introduction to make it appealing and to show how the impact of the donors that that they have on the community. Okay, so that's how you edit the introduction. Okay, now here you can set up different funds. In this case, we have our scholarship fund, right? And if we click on edit, we'll see a similar screen where we can title the scholarship fund. We can set goal amounts, we can set goal due dates, you can put in money that's been raised outside of the system, so if you're getting checks, you can still track it. Okay, and let me just go over here to show you what this looks like as well. So you can see how we have our scholarship fund right there, and this is the text. So you can edit the text as need be. You can put in relevant links if you have them, and you can also put in pictures. Now in this case, we're showing you a difference between one that doesn't have a picture and one that does. Okay, so if you notice, this one doesn't have a picture, and that's what it would look like. Okay, but if you wanted one with a picture, this is what this would look like. And if we go to this page over here, go down to campaign fund, see this? Go ahead and click edit, and you can see that you can edit the text here. You could add relevant links, and more importantly, you can add a picture. So sometimes the picture might help your donations page because it puts an image to a visual image to what the impact that the donor has. Okay, so that's what that looks like as well. Okay, and so it's pretty easy to edit these, and you can change them if you need to, right? So if you are no longer running that particular campaign, you can retitle it, you can put a new introduction there, and you can reset the goals. Okay, so it's interchangeable if you have campaigns that only run maybe for 6 months. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit go back to the screen here. Okay. And that's pretty much it in terms of functionality. Now I do want to talk about how to set it up, because that's something that we do get a question about. So if yours is not set up and you click donations, you're going to see a screen that asks you to contact our help support team. Okay, and to do that, simply go to help desk right here. See that? And you want to create a ticket. And you want to make sure it says educational networks here. You want to put in your phone number. Okay, and then you want to put in a message in here that says, hey, I'd like to get my donations module set up. I have 3 campaigns I'd like to do. So you list out your campaigns that you would like, and then you would hit submit. And what will happen there is our tech team will contact you and ask you where you'd like it on the website, what links that you would like. So for example, if you wanted it on the front page like we have here, they'll work with you on how to make that happen, or you could do a custom button. So they'll work with you on getting you your donation link right there front and center, and it's as simple as just creating a help desk ticket and then hitting submit. So that's how you get the donation page set up on your site. Also, by the way, not a lot of people know this, but a lot of these our modules are free to add. So if you don't have one on here, like a donations page, you can certainly add it for free, and you can get it on your website. So it's as simple as creating a help desk ticket, getting in contact with our tech support team, and getting it set up for you. So that's about it. Are there any questions? One question I do get is, can you do a fixed amount? Not specifically on the donations page. You could set up a store if you wanted to, and you could have a donation store. Now, and if you need help with that, we can talk about how to do that. I can show you some examples offline. But one thing you could do is you could set it up as a store, and then you would have different items. So you could have a $10 donation, a $15, $50, $1,000 donations. I've seen that before. So you can do fixed amounts on a store, but the only difference between, or the big difference between a donations store and a donations module is that the store is a one-time transaction. Okay, so if you're okay with that and that's your goal, that's totally fine. Otherwise, if you'd like the option of reoccurring donations, I would stick with the donations module because that has it built in into the system there. Okay, good question. All right, well, that's about it here. Let's just cover a couple other things. So if you'd like to get access to more webinars, it's really easy. You just go to this webinars button here. Now watch what happens. It'll pop open a new screen, and then you can see the calendar for the week. Okay, so it's a really easy way to find more webinars, get more training. Again, it's free, and I can put it here in the chat box window for you so you can save that link. Okay, and the other thing here is, just close this out here, you can always email me as well. So you can send me an email at jjensen@Educational Networks. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to do one-on-one trainings. I do it often with schools and teachers in group teacher settings. So feel free to contact me and we'll schedule something. You also have unlimited tech support, and below you can connect with us online. So we usually post our news schedule on Twitter and Facebook for the webinars. We post a bunch of additional content that is, is aimed at helping you build out your web pages. So we're here for you. We're here for your support. And I just want to thank you for joining me today on today's session. And if you need help, let me know. Otherwise, have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you soon.